Today's the day your younger son is going off to war, fighting in the age-old battle, sometimes won before. Flags that line on Main Street are blowing in the wind. These must be the flags of freedom flying. Church bells are ringing as the families stand and wait. Some of them are crying 'cause the soldiers look so brave, looking straight ahead like they know just where they're going, past the flags of freedom flying. Sister has her headphones on, she hears the music blasting. She sees her brother marching by, their bond is everlasting. Listen to Bob Dylan singing in 1963, watching the flags of freedom flying. She sees the president speaking on a flat screen TV in the window of the old appliance store. She turns to see her brother again, but he's already walking past the flags of freedom flying. Have you seen the flags of freedom? What color are they now? But do you think that you believe in yours more than they do somehow? When you see the flags of freedom flying. Today's the day your younger son is going off to war, fighting in the age-old battle, sometimes won before. Flags that line on Main Street are blowing in the wind. They must be the flags of freedom flying. Well, hey, y'all, Willie here. Good to see you on this Tuesday Live Remember show, and we're remembering folks who, paid the ultimate sacrifice or served the country during times of conflict. And I got a song here. It's originally recorded by the Amazing Rhythm Aces. And it's called "Last Letter Home," and it's a song about the American Civil War, which was a terrible war. Many people died. Brother fighting against brother in that war. A terrible thing. Hope never anything like that ever happens again. No war is good, but certainly Civil War is even worse than regular war. They're all bad. But anyways, I'm going to get Rob join me here. I think it could use a little mandolin. And then grab that mandolin of your buddy Dave's and bring it out here, and let's do this "Last Letter Home." I hope you like it. Ready? I'm ready. Heard the cannons thundering all night, and I cannot sleep for wondering why the rebels' cause is right. And the morphine seems to do no good at all. I would run away if I would not fall. Well, I joined the Southern Cavalry for fun. I have rode 1,000 horses, always had a way with a gun. Now I'm among the horseless riders lying still, swallowed up by the cause on the widow's hill. And I dreamed about a rose in a Spanish garden, and I kissed you as I placed it in your hair. And if I'm ever on my feet again, I will. And I will run all the way just to meet you there. I dreamed about a rose in a Spanish garden, and I kissed you as I placed it in your hair. If I'm ever on my feet again, I will run all the way just to meet you there. Through the day I watched those Southern boys go down, and they lay like Georgia peaches, bruised and broken on the ground. Through the night I wondered, was it worth the pain? And I cried, not revenge, I called your name. And I dreamed of a rose in a Spanish garden, and I kissed you and I placed it in your hair. And if I'm ever on my feet again, I will run all the way just to meet you there. I will run all the way just to meet you there. Tonight. I pull up to the corner, stop at the light. A 5-liter Mustang pulls up on my right. He revs the gas, step on mine. I see the light changing, edge up to the line, but I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan, ma'am, a minivan, ma'am, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan, oh man. Young, I had a cool car, 67 Volvo with 4 on the floor. It wasn't real fast, but it sure sounded good, that little 4-cylinder under the hood. If I had some more money, get an SUV, 4-wheel drive, you better look out for me. Coming down the road about 8 feet tall, spend most of my time just driving to the mall, 'cause I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan, ma'am, a minivan, ma'am, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan, oh man. I'm a minivan man. full of kids gotta haul around. That old hatchback just goes up and down. Wish I had a vet with room for just two. We go driving, just me and you, but I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan, ma'am, a minivan, ma'am, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. Live, it's music for Mom. When the waves roll on over the waters and the ocean cries, we look to our sons and daughters to explain our lives. If a child could tell us why, that as sure as the sunrise, sure as the sea, sure as the wind in the trees, we rise again in the faces of our children. We rise again in the voices of our song. We rise again in the waves out on the ocean. And then we rise again when the light goes dark. The forces of creation across the stormy sea, we look to reincarnation to explain our life. As if a child could tell us why, that as sure as the sunrise, sure as the sea, sure as the wind in the trees, we rise again in the faces of our children. We rise again in the voices of our song. We rise again in the waves out on the ocean. And then we rise again. We rise again in the movement of our children. Oh, sorry. I hate when I lose my words there. When the waves roll on, go back, over the waters and the ocean cries, we look to our sons and daughters to explain our lives. As if a child could tell you why, we rise again in the face voices of our children. We rise again in the voices of our song. We rise again in the waves out on the ocean. And then we rise again. Well, I kind of got part of that song, and then I lost track of where I was. So sorry about that, Mom, because that was one of Mom's requests. Rise Again by the Rankin family. An awesome tune, I might add. And, of course, the first song was Minivan Man, which is a song that I wrote. My mom, of course, requested that. She asked for the song about the Volvo, which is, we did have a 1967 Volvo. It was one of the car my dad bought new, and I drove it for a while. He bought it in 1967. I was 10 years old. Or no, I wasn't. I was 9 years old. And I drove it when I was 16. So we had that car for a long time. But that's Minivan Man. And she also asked for that song, Rise Again by the Rankins. Awesome tune. Sorry, I messed it up a little bit there, but c'est la vie. This is live live internet, so things can get a little out of hand by times. But we're celebrating my mom's 95th birthday. I know there's a lot of folks out there watching tonight who know my mom, and thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're a regular viewer or whether you're just tuning in for my mom's 95th birthday party. She actually celebrated her official 95th birthday last week, same day as the King. Although, as she pointed out, the King changes his birthday from his real birthday date to they celebrate it some other time of year. I don't know exactly when it is. We couldn't figure out when that was. It's not on Queen Victoria Day because that's Queen Victoria's birthday. But anyways, she was also born the same day that King Charles was born. But she was born a few years earlier than King Charles. She was born in 1929. Shortly after the stock market crash, which happened in October of 1929 and the start of the Great Depression. Back in 1929, George V was king, William Lyon Mackenzie King was prime minister, and the Boston Bruins won their first ever Stanley Cup. But my mom, she was raised in an immigrant family. Her parents were New Canadians, and lived fairly low. A life, you wouldn't call it poverty, but certainly they didn't have a lot. They had outdoor plumbing, but she found her way to school, and did very well in high school. Received a scholarship and was able to go to the Ontario Agricultural College, which at that point in time was part of the University of Toronto. It wasn't until I think 1960 that it became the University of Guelph. But she graduated in 1952. One of I think only 4 women in her class, and I believe she was one of the earliest graduates from Guelph or the OAC in chemistry. And she was going to go on to do graduate work, and she was quite interested in getting involved in sort of forensic chemistry. But she met my dad and decided that she'd raise a family instead, and contribute her time, to certainly chemistry-wise to making beautiful meals, but also spent a lot of her time contributing to her community. She was quite involved with the Canadian Federation for University Women, the United Church Women, the Hospital Auxiliary. She was a Cub Scout, Aquila, which is the leader of Cub Scouts. She helped start figure skating down in Eastern Ontario in Cornwall Township, and she was a school volunteer as well. So we're going to talk a bit about my mom. If you have anything direct to remind her, to any memories of my mom that if you know her, certainly throw it in the comments. We'd love to see it. And let's see what we have in comments tonight. I saw some folks checking in. We have Kathy from down Eastern Ontario. Happy birthday, Mrs. Witherspoon. Thank you very much, Kathy. I'm sure she appreciates that. And I'm hoping my mom's watching tonight. It's been a jam-packed last few weeks for her. We had a big family celebration actually way back on Canadian Thanksgiving in October. But I know she had, there was a little party at the residence she lives in earlier last week. And then my niece invited her over to her place for a birthday party on her birthday. And I believe one of her sisters is coming to visit her. So I'm not sure if they're visiting right now and she's watching, but pop up the comments so she can see them if she is watching, because she is one of the folks who watches on YouTube and doesn't always see all the comments. And Kathy and Dwight tuning in for the birthday celebrations. Thanks, Kathy, for tuning in. I know a lot of folks already wished my mom happy birthday on Facebook and when we posted about the show. And we have Grandpa Chris Grandpa Chris and Miss Mary all the way up in Fenland Falls checking in tonight. So it's great to see you here tonight. Thanks for dropping in. And our good friend Danny Lamontang from the Soggy Bruce. Oh, there's Kathy with a little memory too. She remember my mom used to send her delicious Dutch shortbread cookies to school when we were in junior grades at Long Sault Public School. Yes, my mother's Christmas cooking was legendary. We have, there's also, I don't know, we have one of my favorites. I still make them. Our pfeffernuss. In fact, it's time to be making your pfeffernuss, folks. And if you want the recipe, let me know. Throw it in the comments. I'll post it up somewhere. But they're awesome little cookies. Well, not everybody loves them. They're little sort of spice cookies, and you make them early so they can harden up nicely. So you can have them, dip them in a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. They're delicious. The pfeffernuss. And Mom always made it. And that was one of the many Christmas cookies she made. She made an awesome Christmas cake. If you don't like Christmas cake, you've probably never tasted my mom's. And, I see we've got, she always liked to tell him her little Cub Scout, Stan McRae. Brian Stan McRae was a Cub Scout when my mom was in Aquila. And I don't know if that's where he got his, maybe some of his interest in nature, and which he certainly shares with us every week with his photographs from around Eastern Ontario. So thanks for checking in, Stan. And, Kathy, another former Eastern Ontarioer, checking in from Elmira. Nice to have you here tonight, Kathy, and wishing Mom a happy birthday as well. Grandpa Chris asking if the background looks like Panama City, Florida. That's actually, I believe, was a picture I took on the freeway in Los Angeles years ago. I was looking for a picture of a minivan. That's the only picture I had. But it's not from Panama City, although I've been down there too as well. And, and there's Ron Daisley checking in from up in Kapuskasing. Here in body, mine's questionable. Well, we've wondered that for a long time, Ron, but happy birthday, Mom. And, there's, as Mom points out, Mom upside down is wow. That's right. I never thought of that. And Catherine Blakely checking in. Good to see you here tonight, Catherine. Wishing Mom a happy birthday. Best wishes as well. And Holly heard Lucas checking in as well with a happy birthday to Ern. And she said she came across an old cookbook from the St. Andrews UCW. And she's going to look through and see if there actually, I think her recipe for, what is it, salmagundi or something. There was one of those skillet dinners we had, which was awesome. A rice sort of tomatoey skillet dinner as well. And we enjoyed. I think that's in there for sure. And I think there might be in that cookbook too is the pseudo-danishes, which were awesome little kind of sweet buns she made that she put this icing on, sometimes a little bit of jam. And they were, we ate a lot of those when we were kids, the pseudo-danishes. I think that recipe's in that cookbook as well. If anyone wants any of these recipes, let me know. I'm happy to share them. Steve Morris checking in. Good to see you, Steve, as well. And Ron pointing out the 95 is the new 65. That's exciting. And, and there's Stan wishing happy birthday to the Cub Scout leader and great childhood memories. Yeah, we had a great childhood growing up in Long Sault. It was a lot of fun. And also, Holly pointed out that I'm not sure how involved my mom was in the actual on-ice thing, because my mom was never much of a skater. She grew up in Essex County, which is down in sort of the extreme southwestern Ontario, and there is a lot of, or not much ice there, so I don't think she learned to skate until she came to Guelph, I think, until she came to university. So she didn't, I don't think she would have been doing much skating, but I think she helped organize it, because I think they wanted mostly the young ladies in Long Sault who were interested in figure skating, although I took figure skating thinking it might help me become a better hockey player, but all I learned is that if you don't have picks on the toe of your skates, it makes it really hard to figure skate. You can't do a whole lot other than skate. Can't do too many figures. Ann McClure popping in here as well. The best smile ever, and always so interested in what everyone's doing. Yes, my mom always is wondering. And Steve, we will share the recipe for the pfeffernuss. And Ron, that's an awesome joke. And Ron sent an application for his new hearing aid. He hasn't heard anything since. That's good. I know my mom struggles a bit with her hearing as well. So anyways, thanks so much, everybody, for checking in tonight. It's great to see a nice audience here joining in the festivities as we celebrate Mom's birthday. And to kick things off, we're going to send it over to Cousin Willie, who I think has he has the song. The song, Mom requested a song. It's she said, "Can you play the auctioneer song?" And so, or the auction song, I think she called it. So I went looking. I thought, "Oh, auction song, what's that?" And so I looked auction song, and there's actually a great Gordon Lightfoot song. I'd forgotten all about it, and it's called the Auctioneer Song. But that's not the one she requested. But we're going to play that in a future show. I found that song, and it's an awesome song. We're going to play it. I just have to. It's got some auction calling in it, which takes a little bit to get your tongue around, so to speak. So, anyways, we're not going to do that tonight, but we're going to do 30 Years of Farming, which is basically about auctioning off the farm. And we've got Willie to take the lead on that. So let's kick it over to Cousin Willie, and he's going to share a rendition of 30 Years of Farming. I might go grab Dave's mandolin and give him a hand. Well, hey, y'all, it's Willie here. Good to be here for this Music for Mum show we're doing here tonight. She's not my mum, but she's my Aunt Erna, I guess, and happy to be here to do a tune for her. And I'm going to do one of the songs that she actually requested. It's called 30 Years of Farming, and I'm doing it here out in front of the old Witherspoon homestead out there in eastern Ontario. It's not in the family anymore, so they kind of lost it too, but they actually sold it. They didn't have to auction it off. I guess they auctioned some stuff off, I guess. But anyways, it's called 30 Years of Farming. A bit of a sad song about losing the farm, but and I'm going to get Rob and Neil to join me because I think I might need a little hand with her. He's got a heart made of yellow barley straw, all wrapped up in calico patches and plum chock full of love. He looks out over the fields, every year's losses, every year's yields, every year's dreams, 100 bushels to an acre. But tomorrow, you know, the bank's gonna come and take it all away. He got a letter in the mail, it was only yesterday. But he just goes on believing that you can't sow a crop if the ground ain't even. So he tills the soil, he drills the seed till dawn. His heart is made of yellow barley straw, barley straw. There's a little white note on the gate by the road that a man put up yesterday. And when we saw it, we all ran out just to see what it had to say. And when we read it, our eyes filled with tears and they fell to the cold, hard clay. Something about a mortgage, something about foreclosure, something about failure to pay. And on the post by the general store, they put up a little sign. An auction sale, day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years a day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking. The day farm's auction, there was nothing left to say. Oh, my mama's tears flowed freely down as she walked amongst the flowers in the yard. And every number the auctioneer called was like a blow to her precious heart. And every number the auctioneer called, it meant nothing was sold that day. Till everything was auctioned, we stood there watching as it loaded it and drove it away. Oh, and on the post by the general store, they put up a little sign. An auction sale, day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years a day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking. The day the farm's auction, there was nothing left to say. Go, boys. And we woke this morning, there was nothing for us to do. Not living in the granary. No hay in the mow, no cattle, no tractor, no tools. So we loaded up the car to clothes that we wore and a few things we managed to save. Mother read from the book, we took one last look and then we drove away. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction said, day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, and 30 years a day today. Oh, my daddy stopped talking. Day the farm was auctioned, there was nothing left to say. Oh, my daddy stopped talking. The day the farm was auctioned, there was nothing left to say. Happy birthday, Aunt Erna. Very nice, Willie and Neil. Imagine how quickly I jumped out of there, eh? That's fun when we do those little collaborations. And yeah, Steve. Yeah, Willie's got a nice little wear spot on his guitar. I got a bit of one on mine too. I got a little bit. You can't see it as much. It's because it's a nice guitar, but you know, a bit of that Willie Nelson. Willie's got a deep hole worn through his guitar. But I guess by the time Willie just turned 90, didn't he? So he's just a youngin'. He's compared to my mom. He's just 90, and he's worn right through. So I guess we're headed that way as well. And yeah, it was a great. It was Willie out of the shed, and it was nice to see Willie in Long Sault. That's kind of dangerously close to the border for him. Usually CSIS doesn't let him go that close to the border. They kind of try to keep him from escaping back to the U.S. But here's another song my mother requested, and it's I guess getting us ready for the Christmas season, because some people consider this a Christmas song. I heard there was a secret chord that played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor drop, the major lift. Yeah, things are slow tonight. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your thorn and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain. Well, I don't even know the name. But if I did, well, really, what's it to ya? There's a blaze of light in every word. Doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. Even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord a song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 That was the great Leonard Cohen tune, Hallelujah. Considered by some to be a Christmas song, but I think it's pretty kind of suitable for use for all occasions, I believe. Thanks to everybody for checking in. I see, there's Barbara Alone checking in. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you here, Barbara, as well. And Tapper checking in. Nice to see you watching, Tapper. Thanks for watching. I know Tapper's out playing hockey with the OAC 81 hockey team played. And I'm not sure. I've been on skates for a long, long time. I've been on skates, but I haven't been playing hockey. But that's something when you're for OAC 81 going out. Way to go, boys. Playing some hockey. And Montreal Canadiens won last night, too, so I'm in a good hockey mood right now. And the Leafs are doing okay, which I think most people around, maybe puts most people around here in a good hockey mood. But anyways, let's send it over to that our resident folk singer and songwriter, currently working on the Harder Rain's Gonna Fall project, where he's taken a line from each of the lines in that song and creating a new song out of the single line. And he has been sort of following the theme of the show, so I'm kind of interested in seeing what he does with it tonight. So let's send it over to over by the Wise Oak there. We'll send it over to Rob Dylan. Hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here tonight. Still working on my Hard Rain's Gonna Fall project. And the song tonight is based on the line, I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. And it's inspired by Rob's mother's all the work she did, the volunteer work she did with her community and her church and the hospital and everything. Because I think we need more of that, people who give more than they take. It's called Song of a Poet. Heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Words whispered softly, cut through the clutter. He spoke of the dreamers, the lost and the weary, of hearts that were aching, of souls that were leery. Let's gather our voices, stand hand in hand, lift up our neighbors, strengthen this land. With love as a compass, hope as the guide, together we'll shine as we march side by side. In alleys and corners where shadows lay thick, there's laughter and sorrow, a world that's sick. Our kindness is mighty, it breaks through the night. A smile can be sunlight, a lantern of light. Let's gather our voices and stand hand in hand, lift up our neighbor, strengthen this land. With love as a compass, hope as the guide, together we'll shine as we march side by side. Oh, the streets may be lonely, but we're never alone. With each little gesture, we're building our home. Every small action can ripple like waves in the heart of a city where compassion saves. Hear the song of the poet who whispered so clear. His message is timeless, it's what we hold dear. Let's weave a new story where everyone thrives in the tapestry woven from all of our lives. Let's gather our voices, stand hand in hand, lift up our neighbors, strengthen this land. With love as a compass, hope as the guide, together we'll shine as we march side by side. Let's gather our voices, stand hand in hand, lift up our neighbors, strengthen this land. With love as a compass, hope as the guide, together we'll shine as we march side by side. Very nice, Rob. Mom said play some of your original ones. So this is an original one. I think I've only played it once on the show a while back. It's called The Same Sun. The sun shines down on you. The same sun shines down on me. So how is it that we can't see things that really matter are all the same? No one needs to suffer needless pain anymore. No, not anymore. What happened to loving your neighbor? And doing for them whatever needed done? How have we grown to be so far apart? When did anger overcome our hearts? Has fear left us frozen, unable to start to love again? Just love again. Stirring up our anger, turning it to pain. Freedom's not the goal, it's just a consequence. Frustration can't be harnessed for another's gain. There's still time, time to find our way. And see, just see our way to the truth. I can see my reflection in you. And you can see your reflection in me. It's easy to be different and just stay the same. Freedom can't be gained from another's pain. Caring for each other is the only way to love again. Just love again. The sun shines down on you. The same sun shines down on me. So how is it that we can't see things that really matter are all the same, and no one needs to suffer this needless pain anymore? No, not anymore. Let's just love again. Just love again. Just love again. Just love again. I thought about calling that Just Love Again, but I already have a song called Just Love, so I didn't want it to get too confusing for people. But anyways, we've got, I'm just going to grab a harmonica here. Oh, that's not the right one. Where did that one go? I'm going to put Stan's picks on here. Our good friend, Mom's little Cub Scout Stan McRae. He's got his a great set of pictures for us tonight. So let's turn it over to Stan. Take it away, Stan. Stan, are you out there? Beautiful Stan. Always amazing pictures. Love Stan's owls, his frogs, his butterflies. Everything Stan does captures such great shots. So thank you, Stan, so much for sharing that. Although Ron is a little concerned. He says he shudders. I shudder at the thoughts of the new pics. Nice pic, Stan. Yes. Here's a song my mom and dad had a. I think. Trying to think what the first car. I'm not sure. The first car maybe it was one of the Hondas, or was it the Mazda? The Mazda MPV. My dad bought a used Mazda MPV. We called it the mostly parked vehicle. Had a lot of issues, but one of those vehicles, some vehicle in there had a cassette deck. And my parents had a cassette deck in the car, but not a lot of cassettes. And one of them was Stan McRae, Stan Rogers, Fogarty's Cove. And so we listened to a lot of Stan Rogers, Fogarty Cove, and some of the songs stuck with me for a long time, and I still play them. So I thought it'd be appropriate to play one of these from my mom's show tonight. So this is 45 years, great sort of Stan Rogers love song. Shows its bones of wind, broken stone, and the sea and the sky are one. I'm all out of time, my blood sings with wine, and I'm running naked in the sun. There's God in the trees, I'm weak in the knees, and the sky is a painful blue. I'd like to look around, but honey, all I see is you. Summer city lights will soften the night till you're thinking that the air is clear. I'm sitting with friends where 45 cents will buy another glass of beer. He's got something to say, but I'm so far away that I don't know who I'm talking to. 'Cause you walked in the door and honey, all I see is you. And I just wanna hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell is it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now. On the stage every night, I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show she'd ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. A smile outs her eyes, and honey, all I see is you. And I just wanna hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell is it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now. Yes, I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now. from now. Great Stan Rogers, late great Stan Rogers tune, 45 years. Played that once, one of the first times, well, not one of the first times I played. I used to play a lot with David Duke when we were with the Speed River Valley Mountain Boys. That was a song we played. And we played it once. We had some guy Dave met, I think he was from the East Coast, came over once. We were playing some tunes. We played that one. At the end, I kind of did that ending where I kind of go, and he looked at me and says, "That's not how you end that song." And I thought, well, out in the East Coast, I guess they have specific ways of doing things. But anyways, maybe it was just him. Let's send it out to Dublin, Ontario. We've got our good friend Robbie O'Spoon. I think he's got some special songs, because I know Mum requested, she said, could you get Robbie O'Spoon to do a couple Irish tunes for me? So let's see what Robbie's got for us. Well, hello everybody out there in internet land. Robbie O'Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario, is having a grand old time, but excited about doing this music for Mum, because Rob's mum kind of reminds me of my mum. She's like the mum of all us, so to speak. She's kind of the mum of all. But anyways, we love her so much, and we got to do a song for her here. Do maybe a couple songs for her, because she likes the Irish music. And here's one of the songs she requested. It's called Danny Boy. Some people think it's a sad song, but really it's a song about being kind and caring for people, and not worrying about people will come back eventually. I guess that's sort of the whole thing of the song here. But anyways, it's called Danny Boy. Sing along if you know it. Ah, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But if you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, and dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I will know, though soft you tread above me, doll, my grave will richer, sweeter be. And you'll bend down and tell me that you love me, and I will rest in peace until you come to me. It's a lovely tune, isn't it? I thought enough of another tune, another song, A Mother's Love's a Blessing. It's a great old Irish tune, and I like to sing it because it reminds me to, be respectful, be kind to me mother while she's still with us, because, she's going to be gone soon, and we got to take good care of her and, be kind and loving and do the best we can. An Irish boy was leaving his native home, crossing the broad Atlantic. Once more he wished to roam, and as he was leaving his mother, who was standing at the quay, she threw her arms around his waist, and this to him did say, a mother's love's a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as in childhood, though feeble, old and gray, for you'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay. As the years grow older, I'll settle down in life and choose a nice young collie and take her for me wife. And as the babies grow older and climb around me knee, I'll teach them the very same lesson that my mother taught to me. A mother's love's a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as in childhood, though feeble, old and gray, for you'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay. Oh, isn't that the truth? Very nice, Robbie. I jumped in there. I sort of thought he could use a little accompaniment on that second one, so Tintin gave him a little bit. I see Steve checking in now. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for dropping in a little late to the party. And of course, we got Ron Desailly cranking out the. I call Ron the comment comedian. He's got he says the comedic comments. Ron said that deep purple shirt, which is actually one of my favorite shirts. It's sort of a light corduroy sort of shirt, very comfortable. He says that deep purple shirt rocks. And I see, one of my Polish brothers here, Yannick, good to see you. Thank you for watching tonight. And Corey from out in Canmore, Alberta. Thanks for checking in, Corey. Great to see some folks here. That's one thing my parents did. My mom was certainly instrumental in it, saying, we had five, I call them my five Polish brothers who defected from Poland when Poland was going through some difficult times back in, what was that, probably the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And my parents helped them settle in Canada, which was nice. And the boys have kept in touch with my mom over the years too, and my mom and dad, so they really appreciate that. But anyways, I have to speak up because I know I tend to mumble a bit when I get talking. I'm a mumbler, bad mumbler. But anyways, we're running out of time here. We're getting close to the top of the hour, and pick up the. Ron says you could hear Robbie's mom's voice saying, "Time to put the instrument away and pick the potatoes. Supper's ready." So he said, "I'm sure Robbie's got all the potatoes picked by now, dug by now." But anyways, let's turn it over. I know Steve, who checked in a little while ago, he told me his favorite performer on the show is Neil Old, and Neil I think's got a song for us tonight to commemorate my mom's birthday. So take it away, Neil.
Well, hey everybody, it's Neil Old here. Good to see you, and I'm excited to be here for this special show celebrating Rob's mom. And she's kind of like the mom of everybody here on the show. We all respect her and think very highly of her. And I just want to wish her a happy birthday. And I'm gonna do a song here. It's called "Here for You," and it's a song that Neil wrote for his daughter when she was going off to college. And I know Rob's mom gave him a lot of support when he went off into the world, so to speak. So it's kind of gives you that sentiment of a parent sending their child away to take on the world. It's called "I'm Here for You," and hope you like it. summer days come tumbling down and you find yourself alone, then you can come back and be with me. Just close your eyes and I'll be there. Listen to the sound of this old heart beating for you. Yes, I miss you, but I never want to hold you down. You might say I'm here for you. When the winter comes to your new home and snowflakes are falling down, then you can come back and be with me. Just close your eyes and I'll be there. Listen to the sound of this old heart beating for you. Yes, I miss you, but I never want to hold you down. You might say I'm here for you. In the spring, protective arms surrounding you. In the fall, we let you go your way. Happiness, I know, will always find you. And when it does, I hope that it will stay. I miss you, but I never want to hold you down. You might say I'm here for you. Yes, I miss you, but I never want to hold you down. You might say I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you.
Thanks so much, Neil. That was awesome. Here for you. Great tune about supporting your child when they head out of the house, leave from home. Certainly always felt that when I left. There always was a place for me to come back, but I guess I actually did come back after I finished university, but for a bit, and helped my dad tear down the old summer kitchen and put up a solarium, and then I left again and probably never came back much after that. But anyways, happy 69th birthday to Mrs. Witherspoon, mother, and wish you as many more. And thank you, Ron. And Catherine checking in as well. Awesome tribute to Erna. Yes, it is. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We're going to wind it up now. We're pushing it over top of the hour. But it's been fun playing some songs that my mom requested. some songs that she inspired. Come to the after party. She might be there. I can't guarantee it because I know she has some visitors today, but I'll be there. Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. Why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We'll keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to stop washing it off someday with just love. Only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and sip sweet wine and just love. It'll all be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna do. If you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. Find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now, it's just love. It's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We'll keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. With just love. Just love. Love you, Mom. Love all of you. See you next week, if not at the after party. Take care. Be safe out there.